Okay, so we've stopped and we're shooting a lightning storm. But what's special about this lightning storm is it's been hitting this mountain out there in the distance. And I checked the back of the camera. I got a strike going right down onto the mountain. And oh my gosh, it just struck it. Did you see that? Yeah. Did you get it? It's amazing.
Hello friends, welcome to the third installment of my storm chasing vlog series, and I've been really excited to share this episode with you all, because in this video, I capture a scene that honestly, I still can't believe is real. Our journey starts out capturing some prickly friends out in the desert.
Some cacti. They look gorgeous basking in the sunset right now with some really incredible storm clouds overhead. And we're hoping we can catch a little bit of light in those clouds. Probably f/16 for this. I don't really mind the fact that this little bottom section right here is kind of cropped off, but maybe it would be nice to back up a little bit and try and see if we can include more of this cactus in the frame. Okay, let's see what happens when we kind of back up here. That looks nice. You know, I think I'm gonna need to do a pano here is what I'm gonna do. So I like the way this frame looks right here, but I do wanna include more of the foreground. So I think I'm just gonna aim the camera down like this and then just do 3 or 4 images moving upwards. I think that might provide the right perspective. All right, let's aim down here. 1 shot. A little higher, 2 shots. And a little higher, 3 shots.
So here's the panorama that I was just working on, and it's stitched quite well using Lightroom. I loved the X shape that's created by the shape of the cholla cactus and the shapes of the clouds kind of lead you into the mountain out there in the distance. The cactus here just catches so much of that sunset glow that I really didn't have to do much here to really allow those colors to shine and shimmer, but of course a little bit of dodging and burning went a long way here. I loved the lighting here in this scene. It really only got better from here.
Looks like the clouds over there are really starting to catch. So, wondering if I should switch my angle here to include more of these beautiful clouds. You can see if I aim the camera this way, we can include more of the clouds, although we need to move the foreground a bit so that we get that nice shape, those nice diagonal patterns going on.
Here's my second image, and I really liked the way this one came out. I love the shapes here and how the cactus really leads you into the clouds. Everything flows really well diagonally through this image. And I think what's fun about this photograph is the clouds, to me, almost resemble little monsters just kind of floating out there in the sky. I think this image feels like it has a little bit more flow than the last one. The other one was a little bit more simple, a little bit more symmetrical, but I really love the way this one came out. So the light in the clouds was dying really quick. I only had the opportunity to shoot this one photograph. So then I switched my attention towards facing into the sun, and I got right up against the cactus with my wide angle lens. And I think this image ended up being my favorite from the 3. Here's what I shot. love scenes like this where you can transform seemingly ordinary things and make them just a little bit more fantasy-like. This cactus almost looks like little aliens just kind of observing the formation of the storm out there in the distance. It's almost like the storm has an audience of little creatures. The backlit lighting here worked so well to showcase the shapes of the cacti and the shape of the storm out there as well. I was rushing quite a bit to shoot this image, and I was really uncertain if this one was going to come out. And I found that more often than not, a lot of the images that I'm the most uncertain about, the ones that I end up questioning, end up actually being my favorite when I get back to Lightroom.
It's beautiful in this direction. This storm right here is dying. It was pretty gorgeous earlier. And then actually in this direction, right there, we do have potentially some lightning out there to look for. So I'm gonna keep searching around, see if we can find anything interesting. So forgive my kind of ridiculous setup here. I wanted to get above this cactus, so I'm using the center column here. And this is a pretty, ooh, there was a nice strike out there. So it's after sunset, and I'm trying to shoot this wide composition of this cactus in the foreground, beautiful patterns. I had to focus stack this, so I just did a focus stack for this foreground, and now I'm trying to get the shot for the background, which has this incredible thunderstorm. So as far as settings go, the ambient light is dying, which kind of helps. You get a little bit of the ambient light in the background, and the lightning is shining through really well. I'm doing 2-second exposures here at about f8, and I'm at ISO 400, and I've got the camera running on a time-lapse mode because I really don't want to miss these strikes. So I'm just allowing the camera to keep clicking these exposures in hopes that the lightning will show up in these, shots rather than in between the shots. There was a good one just now. Ooh, see that little flash in the sky? That was nice. It just makes for such a compelling composition with the lightning out in the background. And I think what's nice here is getting this cactus in the foreground. It has something for your eye to lead into. You've got the different shapes and formation of the cactus, and then, it kind of leads you out into the distance where you have a lightning strike, hopefully, fingers crossed, right in the middle of the frame. Maybe I'm wishing for too much right now. This is probably wishful thinking, but really hoping to get a strike right there in the middle of this composition. Oh, woo!
This is one of those shots that I was really dreaming of the first day we went out storm chasing. I always wanted an image like this with lightning out there in the distance and a wide angle that showcases different cacti. This is kind of the moment where everything came together. It was so nice to be able to spend a little bit more time relaxing in the landscape, and I'm still a bit blown away that I was able to get this lightning strike right at the end of the light trail there. This image took quite a few exposures. It took a long exposure for the light trail, for the lightning, and of course, as mentioned previously, I did have to do a focus stack for the foreground here. After shooting these images, we decided to head back, get a little bit of rest for the next day of storm chasing, which actually was my birthday. And little did I know, I'd be getting a pretty extravagant birthday gift.
So right now, doing a little storm chasing, driving towards this storm right here. You can see the rainfall come down right under these gorgeous clouds.
Mike and Scott were analyzing the storms a bit, and it was actually looking like a down day in comparison to the other days that we had. But that really wasn't going to stop us from chasing more storms and some potential lightning.
So this cell that's kind of to our northeast and traveling northwest is starting to develop some lightning in it, so we're trying to get in a position to where maybe we can photograph that lightning and have those photos not suck. So that's what we're attempting to do.
It's always tough driving past beautiful scenes like this when you're on the road. This is a gorgeous pastel sunset to witness, but we had bigger plans in mind for the shoot.
All right, we are rushing right now because there's lightning striking the mountains. And so I'm rushing, set up my tripod so that I can get this shot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this telephoto shot's aimed at the mountain over there. I don't know if it's gonna strike. And then that wide shot, ooh. Over here, I've got a wide angle frame that's getting a little bit of the bushes in the foreground, but it's a really active storm. I mean, we're seeing lightning, you know, every second or so. It's been hitting this mountain out there in the distance. And I checked the back of the camera. I got a strike going right down onto the mountain. And oh my gosh, it just struck it. Did you see that? Yeah. Did you get it? It's amazing. It's just, oh my gosh, it's I don't know what I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm rambling about. Dude, wait. Holy
That's all right.
What the
Happy birthday, right?
Woo!
So here's one of the images of that strike coming down, and just such a beautiful lightning strike. And although I do like the way this image came out, this is not the photograph that I was just screaming about. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that one. I was in absolute shock looking at the back of the LCD screen and seeing this image pop up. I was almost speechless here. This photograph is completely uncropped at 200 millimeters, and I don't really know if I could crop it better if I tried. I think it was a little bold to compose the image in this way, but I don't know, there was just something that compelled me to compose the image in this way, and I just felt like something was going to happen. I love where you can see the strike visually hit the mountain and it lights up the little bit of the mountainside right there. This is one of my favorite lightning shots that I've ever captured over the years, and really the best birthday present I could have ever asked for. I want to thank my friend Mike Mez for all his help in chasing this incredible storm, and of course all my other friends that were on this adventure with me, all of which are linked in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, because in the next video I chase some beautiful monsoon light on a desert playa. As always, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.